Title: Using Reflectors and Natural Fill Light. Module: Natural Light Techniques. One of the greatest myths in photography is that creating beautiful light requires expensive equipment. In reality, some of the most effective lighting tools are also among the simplest. A basic reflector, a white wall, a sheet of foam board, or even light-colored sand on a beach can dramatically improve the quality of natural light. The purpose of a reflector is not to create new light. It simply redirects existing light into areas that would otherwise be too dark. This reflected light is called fill light because it gently fills the shadows without eliminating them completely. In fine art figure photography, reflectors are valuable because they preserve the beauty of natural lighting while giving the photographer greater control over contrast and detail. Imagine a subject standing beside a large window. The side facing the window is beautifully illuminated, while the opposite side falls into deep shadow. If the shadow becomes too dark, important details may disappear. By placing a white reflector opposite the window, some of the window light is bounced back onto the shadow side of the body. The result is softer, more balanced lighting that still feels completely natural. This same principle applies outdoors. During the golden hour, sunlight often creates beautiful direction and warmth, but it may also produce strong shadows beneath the face or body. A reflector can gently brighten these areas while preserving the overall mood of the scene. Reflectors come in several different surfaces, each producing a unique effect. A white reflector creates the softest and most natural-looking fill light. It is often the preferred choice for fine art photography because it gently lifts shadows without changing the color of the light. A silver reflector produces brighter and more directional light. It increases contrast and can be useful when the available light is weak. However, because it is more intense, it should be used carefully to avoid creating unnatural highlights. A gold reflector adds warmth to the reflected light. This can enhance sunset portraits or create a rich, golden appearance on skin tones. Used subtly, it can produce beautiful results. Used excessively, it may create colors that appear unrealistic. Some reflectors also include a black surface. Rather than reflecting light, black panels absorb it. This technique is known as negative fill. Instead of brightening shadows, it deepens them slightly, increasing contrast and emphasizing the sculptural qualities of the body. In fine art figure photography, negative fill is often used to create drama while maintaining natural-looking light. One of the wonderful aspects of natural fill light is that it exists almost everywhere. A white building can reflect sunlight onto your subject. A sandy beach naturally bounces warm light upward. Fresh snow acts like an enormous reflector, creating soft illumination from below. Even a simple white shirt worn by an assistant can provide subtle reflected light. Learning to recognize these natural reflectors is just as important as owning professional equipment. The position of the reflector also makes a significant difference. Moving it closer creates brighter fill light. Moving it farther away produces a more subtle effect. Small adjustments in angle can change where the reflected light falls across the body, allowing you to shape the illumination with remarkable precision. The goal is rarely to eliminate every shadow. Shadows provide depth, mood, and dimension. The purpose of fill light is simply to soften harsh contrasts so that important details remain visible while preserving the photograph's emotional atmosphere. One common mistake beginners make is using too much reflected light. When every shadow is removed, the image often appears flat and lifeless. Fine art photography usually benefits from balance rather than perfection. Gentle shadows create mystery, while carefully controlled fill light maintains elegance and clarity. As you practice, you will begin to observe light differently. Instead of seeing only the primary light source, you will notice secondary reflections bouncing from walls, floors, water, windows, and surrounding objects. The world itself becomes part of your lighting equipment. This awareness is one of the defining characteristics of experienced photographers. They do not simply look at light. They observe how light travels, reflects, softens, and interacts with every surface around them. Ultimately, using reflectors is not about adding more light. It is about shaping the light that already exists. When used with care, Natural fill light enhances the beauty of the human form while preserving the honesty and elegance that make fine art photography so timeless. In the hands of a thoughtful photographer, even the simplest reflector becomes a powerful artistic tool, not because it creates light, but because it teaches us how to see it.